Remember Karen, the woman who left a good man 8 years ago because she thought she could do better? She's 46 now, single, no kids, still searching for that something better she left Jason for. Jason was 36 when Karen left him. Stable job, good guy, ready for marriage, ready for kids. But Karen was 38 and felt like she was settling. She wanted passion, excitement, the kind of love that felt electric. Jason felt safe, comfortable, boring. So she left, walked away from a man who wanted to build a life with her, told him she needed more, deserved more, wasn't going to settle just because her friends were all getting married. 8 years later, Karen's still looking. Jason's been married for 6 years, has 2 kids, built everything Karen said she wanted, just not with her. This is what happens when something better never comes. 8 years ago, Karen was 38. Corporate marketing director making $85,000 a year. Attractive, successful, confident. She'd been dating Jason for 2 years. He was 36. Software developer. Made $78,000. Solid guy. Reliable. Kind. Wanted marriage. Wanted kids with her. But Karen kept saying not yet. Not ready. Still figuring things out. She'd scroll Instagram seeing her college friends with their perfect families and feel behind. But also feel like she was missing something. Some spark. Some intensity. Jason was great on paper. But where were the butterflies? Where was the passion? Her single friends told her not to settle. Told her she deserved fireworks. Told her there was still time. 38 wasn't old. She could wait for the right person. The one who made her feel alive. Jason proposed on her 38th birthday. Nice restaurant. Beautiful ring. Down on one knee. Karen said she needed time to think. 2 weeks later, she ended it. Told Jason he was wonderful, but she wasn't in love. She needed to find herself. Explore. Experience life. She wasn't ready to settle down. Jason was devastated. But he didn't beg. Didn't plead. Just packed his things and left. Wished her well. Moved on with his life. Karen felt liberated at first. Finally free. No pressure to get married. No timeline. No compromise. She traveled. Focused on her career. Dated casually. Went on apps. Met interesting men. Had fun. At 39 she dated Marcus. Exciting guy. Owned a bar. Spontaneous. Unpredictable. Everything Jason wasn't. The chemistry was intense. The passion was real. Finally, Karen thought, this is what I was waiting for. Marcus was also unreliable. Flaky. Couldn't commit. After 8 months, Karen realized exciting didn't mean stable. Passion didn't mean partnership. Marcus wasn't building anything. He was just existing. She ended it. At 40, Karen started noticing something. The dating pool was different. Smaller. The quality men were married. The single men had issues. Baggage. Commitment problems. Peter Pan syndrome. She'd rejected Jason at 36 for being boring. Now she was rejecting men at 42 for being disasters. Meanwhile, Jason rebuilt. He was hurt for 6 months. Then he focused on himself. Got promoted. Started earning $95,000. Joined a gym. Updated his wardrobe. Started dating again. At 37, Jason met Emily. She was 32. Nurse, kind, wanted family, appreciated stability, saw Jason's value immediately. No games, no hesitation. She said yes when he asked her out, yes when he wanted exclusivity, yes when he proposed after 1 year. They married when Jason was 38. Emily was 33. Had their first kid at 39 and 34. Second kid at 41 and 36. Jason's living in a 4-bedroom house. Coaching Little League. Taking family vacations. Building wealth. Emily adores him. Chose him. Never made him feel like a backup plan. Karen sees the posts sometimes. Jason's life looks exactly like what she said she wanted, just with someone else. At 42, Karen started panicking. The biological clock she'd ignored became deafening. She wanted kids, but dating at 42 was brutal. Most men her age wanted younger women. The ones interested had multiple divorces, complicated custody situations, emotional baggage she couldn't handle. She tried dating younger. Met Tyler, 35. They dated for 4 months. Then Tyler mentioned Karen's age made him uncomfortable about kids. She was 43. If they waited 2 years to get serious, she'd be 45. Too risky, too complicated. He ended it. Karen joined fertility preservation consultations, froze her eggs at 43, spent $12,000. The doctor was honest. Success rates at her age were low, 8% maybe, and she'd need a partner. A father. Frozen eggs don't raise themselves at 44. Karen went on 15 first dates, 2 second dates, 0 relationships. Every man was comparing her to someone younger, someone with more time, someone without the urgency she couldn't hide anymore. Karen has stories now, explanations, ways to avoid the obvious truth. Men are intimidated by successful women. No, men just have options, younger options, less complicated options. Online dating is terrible. Her options are terrible because she's 46, never married, no kids, and the men who could have been partners are taken, are not settling. She said this at 38 about Jason. Now she'd take Jason in a heartbeat. But settling is what happens when you reject good for great and never shows up. There's still time. There isn't. Not for biological kids. Not for building a family from scratch. Not for the life she pictured. Time ran out while she was waiting for fireworks. The narratives don't change reality. They just make reality easier to ignore for another day. If you're a woman in your 30s rejecting good men for excitement, this is your future. If you're a man who got rejected by a Karen, this is validation. Subscribe, because this pattern repeats everywhere. Drop a comment, do you know a Karen? Just yes or no. Karen's 46 now. Senior director making $110,000. Corner office. Nice condo. Travels internationally. Posts photos of beaches and sunsets. Captions about self-love and independence. But she comes home to an empty apartment. Micros dinner for one. Watches Netflix alone. Scrolls through dating apps seeing the same disappointing options. Swipes left on men she wouldn't have considered at 28. Swipes right on men who don't swipe back. Her friends from college are grandparents now, celebrating anniversaries. Family group chats she's not part of. Holiday cards with photos of 3 generations. Karen sends cards with just her face. Solo vacation photos, professional headshots. She hasn't been on a second date in 18 months. The last man who showed interest was 53, divorced twice, 3 kids, wanted someone to help with his aging parents. Karen said no, still has standards. Karen's Facebook feed is cruel. Algorithmic torture. Jason's posts appear regularly, not because she stalks his page, because mutual friends engage with his content. Jason and Emily's 10th anniversary trip. Jason coaching his son's baseball team. Jason's daughter's first day of kindergarten. Emily's post thanking Jason for being an amazing father and husband. Karen closes the app. Opens it again an hour later. Same content. She could block him. Unfriend the mutual connections. But she doesn't. Some part of her needs to see it. Needs to confirm what she lost. Needs to feel the consequence of walking away from a good man because he didn't give her butterflies. Jason looks happy. Actually happy. Not performing for social media. Just living a good life with someone who wanted him 8 years ago when Karen didn't. Jason rarely thinks about Karen now. Occasionally someone mentions seeing her, asks if it's weird. Jason says no. Ancient history. Moved on. Emily knows the story. Karen's the woman who rejected Jason for not being exciting enough. Emily's grateful. She got a man who was ready, who knew what he wanted, who didn't need to be convinced of his worth. Jason never reached out to Karen after the breakup, never checked her social media, never wondered what if. Karen made her choice. He respected it, built his life without her, never looked back. That's the difference. Karen's still wondering about the path not taken. Jason's living the path he built. 6 months ago, Karen ran into Jason. Coffee shop. She was alone. He was with his daughter, 5 years old, ordering a hot chocolate. Karen froze. Jason looked good. Older but healthy. Happy. His daughter was beautiful. Talking non-stop about school. Holding his hand. Jason saw Karen. Nodded. Smiled politely. Hey Karen, good to see you. This is my daughter Sophie. Karen said hello. Asked how he was. Jason said great. Really great. Sophie tugged his hand. Daddy, can we go to the park after? Jason smiled at his daughter. Of course. Then to Karen. Good seeing you. Take care. He left. Didn't ask about her life. Didn't linger. Just a polite exchange with someone from his past. Karen stood there watching him leave. Watching the life that could have been hers walk out the door. Again. Karen's 46. Jason's 44. Same generation, 8 years apart from when she left him. In those 8 years, Jason got married, had 2 kids, bought a house, built wealth, created a family, lived an entire life chapter. In those 8 years, Karen dated casually, advanced her career, traveled solo, waited for something better. Something better never came. She's not a bad person. She's not evil. She just believed the lie that there's always more time, always better options, always another chance. There isn't. Jason was the something better. He was the good option, the real thing, the man who would have built everything with her. She walked away because he didn't make her feel butterflies at 38. Now she's 46, alone, still looking, still waiting, still believing that somewhere out there is the passion she rejected stability for. Jason's 44, married, father, happy, not thinking about Karen at all, living the life she could have had, with someone who said yes when it mattered. The math doesn't lie. You don't get the years back. You don't get the chances back. You get older. Options get fewer. Good men get married. And something better becomes anything decent. Karen learned this. 8 years too late. Comment below. Women who rejected good men, where are you now? Men who got rejected by a Karen, where's she now versus where are you? This pattern is everywhere. Subscribe for more truth about choices and consequences. The timeline doesn't wait. The market doesn't negotiate. Karen learned that. Don't learn it her way. I will see you in the next one.